Hello and welcome to a session of our FitEssentials Basics. My name is Shauna. I'll be guiding you through. You might see Moose floating around the room as well. Come on up to standing. We're going to work on some breathing, and then we'll be doing some balance practice in our first series. So you can have a chair or stand near a wall as needed for some support for balance. For the breathing exercise, those of you that are here quite a bit will know this one, our spinal cord breathing. Walk those feet in so the toes are pointing straight ahead. Draw your abdomen in. Soft bend in those knees. We want to maintain this position of the lower body in the midline throughout. And now we're going to breathe in, circle the arms up and around. Bring your palms together, forearms squeeze in together. And now bring the chin to the chest and draw that upper body in like a little ball. Exhaling. And now when you're ready to take that next inhale, lift the chest, maintain that soft bend in the knees. Squeeze your glutes as you open up through the chest and shoulders, circling your arms around, drawing your elbows back. Beautiful. Now exhale, bring it back down, slowly tucking down and in, gentle exhale. And that's our rhythm. We'll go about 3 more times. I want to really use this session here to open up. Try to keep the lungs using as much of their capacity as possible. So as you exhale, the more you exhale, the more you're going to naturally inhale. Good. Breathing in nice and deep. If you're comfortable to do so, try to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Twice more. Good. I tend to rotate my head. I'm kind of watching the screen as I exhale, but ideally for everybody here, you should be looking straight down towards your feet or straight down towards your stomach as you tuck into a ball. Final inhale here, nice big circle. Continue to squeeze your glutes, squeeze the bum so you don't overarch that back. And then this will be our final exhale of the series. Just don't go so far that you get dizzy, but try to breathe out a little bit more than you normally would. When you're ready to breathe in, drop the hands down to the thighs and come on up to standing. Very good. Walk the feet out about hip width apart. Soft bend the knees. Make sure you're not going to swing your arms into anything. And then we're going to go into our tree branch arms here. I like to imagine I'm a little willow tree, just gliding in the breeze. Gently turn the head and neck as well, looking over the shoulder. And then we'll take that into our gates of heaven, allowing the elbows to bend, lightly tapping the arms in the front of the torso and the back of the torso. Keep this moving. I'm just going to turn off my heat really quick. Got some cooler weather here in Colorado these days. Good. Bring the front hand and the upper part of the lungs right in front of that shoulder. Should be like the heel of your hand, just below the thumb that kind of taps in there. Just nice and soft. Just a little tap. Say it helps activate our kidney and our lung meridians. I can't say a whole lot more about that beyond that, but that's the whole idea. Some Chinese medicine type of stuff. Always so much to learn. All right, take that front hand back down. We're going to kind of reverse our way out of this. So back down a few more times. This helps to heat up the body, helps the circulation of the fluid that runs up and down our spinal column. Very good. A couple more here, and then we'll go back to our willow tree. Good. Long, sweeping arms. Just try to glide. We don't have a whole lot in life that we usually flow through, so we want to practice that. It helps keep our system nice and calm when we don't rush between activities. And then slowly come to a stop. Good. Nice deep breath here. Let it all go. Good. Walk those feet in a little bit closer. Keep that soft bend the knees, still engaging the midline. And now we're going to make some nice big circles of the arms. Spread the fingers wide, opening the palm as much as you can. Very good. We'll go about 4 times here. See if you can alternate which hand comes on top or which arm comes on top as you reach out in front of the body and still engage the backside. Try to squeeze those glutes as you reach up and around overhead. One more time. Really broaden the chest, open the arms, and rest. Fantastic. All righty. Balance as needed. We're going to do some ankle circles from standing neck. So if it's tough for you to stand up, support on the chair, and now lift everything up and in. So you can come onto one foot, or you can take a seat for this as well and roll that ankle around about 5 times. Get my knee up high enough so you can see my foot. You can either set your foot down, take a pause, or keep it up and switch directions. If you set it down just for a moment and then pick it back up when you're ready and turn that ankle the other way. Very good. Same thing other side. So if you need to, turn around so you can still balance on the chair as needed. Lifting up, drawing that knee up, and ankle rolls on that other side. Good. Either set the foot down or change directions while you still have it up. And turning that foot the other way. Fantastic. And rest. Good job. I don't know why I put my shoes on. If you have your shoes on, if you prefer, you can keep them on. I'm going to kick mine off really quick. I find it a lot easier to balance when you're not on like a soft surface. Alrighty. So standing up nice and tall, hands on the hips. Let's go ahead and circle those hips around. And reverse directions. Fantastic. All right, we're going to go into our tandem stance next. So the tandem stance, or our balance beam, we're going to step your left foot forward, step the right foot as close behind as you're comfortable to do so. You can even bring the toe all the way to the heel. Draw the belly up and in, stack your shoulders over your hips. Arms come out to the side or holding onto the chair as needed. And we're going to spend about 30 seconds here. Draw that chin in, lifting up, squeeze the shoulders back. Beautiful, halfway through. Anytime you need a break or check in, just balance down. Well, that bone went away quick. Moose is going to sit on my feet and help me balance. 2, 1, and rest. Great job. In between sides, step the feet out. And we're going to do our figure 8s this time with the hips. So just kind of find your belly button and then just imagine you're trying to draw a figure 8 or a little infinity sign. Nice and smooth. Just moving those hips through. There we go. Yep. And then just think about reversing directions. Swivel those hips the other way. Don't try to make it perfect. Just flow through the body and smile and rest. Great job. We're going to go back to that tandem stance. This time your right foot's going to come forward. So draw everything up and in, balance as needed, set that right foot forward, toes pointing straight forward, stack the left foot directly behind as if you're on that plank or balance beam. Draw everything up. 30 seconds starts now. Shoulders stacked over the hips, keep them down out of the ears. Good. Whew. And if you're holding on, you can just simply practice letting go, grabbing on when you need to. And as always, speak kindly to yourself. Human beings are very critical of themselves. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Great job. Walk the feet out. We're going to do a few good mornings next. So have the feet about hip width apart. Draw the belly in, soft bend in the knees. We're going to cross the arms over the shoulders. With that bend in the knees, we're going to think long spine, sending your hips back, drawing your chin in, looking straight down towards the floor. Push the feet, squeeze the glutes, standing up nice and tall. We'll go about 5 times there. Really thinking that long spine, hips go back, and then standing up in between. Yep. And then Diane, just don't overbend. So I would say the farthest part down should be if your spine can be parallel to the ground, if you have the length in your hamstrings to do so, but just nice and smooth, up and down. When you start to feel some tension, that could be your bottom position, and then stand up from there. Good. 1 or 2 more. Sink those hips back. And down. Good. And now, Shirley, remember to try to keep those elbows up a little bit higher. We'll go 1 more. Try not to let yourself bend through the back. Pull those elbows up. That's better. And stand and rest. Great job. If the glass of water is nearby, grab a drink. That's set 1. We're going to do it twice more. All right. Here we go. Drawing everything up and in, left foot forward. I'm going to demo the tandem stance again on the last round. I'll give the option for the single leg balance. Reach the arms out, 30 seconds. Good, I've got the palms forward, squeezing the shoulders back, drawing the chin in, drawing the abdomen in, and then just imagining those guide wires pulling us up towards the ceiling. Our angels in heaven helping us balance, lifting us up against gravity. Good. And take a pause there, stepping the feet out. Good. In between sides, give yourself a little bit of space so you don't swing your arms, anything. And then we're going to do this side stretch or as we reach across. Good. And flow from side to side. Excellent. So the one hand reaches towards the opposite thigh. The other hand reaches up to overhead. Good. I tend to keep my palm facing down towards the floor as I reach to overhead. One more each way. Beautiful. Good, and rest. All right, back to that tandem stance. Right foot forward this time, toes pointing straight forward. Place that left heel as close behind the foot as you're comfortable to do so. Draw everything up and in, squeeze it back, arms come out. Woo. I'm not faking this. It's just that funny things of so simple things. I remember the first time I saw this exercise on a YouTube video when I was looking for new ideas to practice balance. And I'm like, is that hard? And then you do it and you're like, okay. And as I said in the video, if you want more of a challenge, close your eyes. And then that really challenges your awareness of where you are in space. All right, we've almost hit that 30 seconds. And come on out. Good job. Fantastic. All right, we did those good mornings. We're going to do those once more. If you can either keep the hands over your shoulders or you want to open the chest a little bit more, you can bring the hands behind the head, drawing the elbows back. Everything else is the same. Soft bend the knees, belly drawn in, and then we send those hips forward. Good. Remember, when you're crossing the arms over the chest, think about lifting those arms up. Very good, Shirley. That looks better. Long spine. Sometimes we have a tendency to fold and bend through the mid back or the lower back. So that's what we're trying to practice. Retrain our body in those movement patterns to hold a neutral spine as we bend at the hips. Fantastic. Keep that soft bend in the knees. Good. Much better, Diane. Good. Let's go one more there. If you're good for it, elbows up or draw those elbows back. Those of you that went for the behind the neck position. And go ahead and rest. Awesome. Let's grab a short drink. And now in this last round, you can stay with that tandem stance if that's where your comfort is right now, practicing the balance. Or if you want to join me, I'm going to practice that single leg balance, similar to those ankle rolls where you're going to lift one leg up. Not yet. Sorry, Diane. All right. Check in with the feet pointing straight forward. Squeeze it back and in. And when you're ready, lifting the right leg up, balancing on the left. And again, just like always, you can hold on as needed. So some things we're watching here, the hips will tend to kick out. So you want to keep it balanced and the shoulders tend to sneak up and in. So hold them back and down, halfway. And the fatigue starts to set in on that right hip for me anyway. Excuse me, left hip. It is my right, but I'm trying to be your mirror. 2, 1, and rest. Set it down. In between sides, we're going to open up our inner thighs just a little bit. Not the side lunge this time. We do that one quite a bit, but wide base stance, soft bend of the knees, and then see if you can just hinge forward a little bit, bringing your hands down to the thighs. From here, we're going to push through the right leg, gently driving that knee out as you twist your body and see if you can look over that left shoulder. Breathe in as you come back to center, and then gently encourage that left knee to go out, kind of opening the inner thigh a little bit and look over the right shoulder. Breathe in as you come to center. Let's get about 2 more on each side. Long arms. So Diane, try to straighten out those arms. There you go. There, yep, nice. Yep. I'm trying to keep my arms straight and just kind of with a nice straight arm push into my leg. Twist over and back. Very nice. Even yourself on either side. When you're ready, come on up and take a rest. All right, one more side to finish it out. We're going to be balancing on your left leg this time. So draw everything up and in, place that foot down. 2, 1, here we go. I keep saying the wrong leg. I apologize. You should be on your right leg with the left leg up if you're doing the single leg. Sometimes I'm really on with that, and other times I mess it up halfway through. As always, just like I tell you, just kind of laugh at yourself. We're human. We're going to make mistakes every single day. Keeping that soft bend in that support leg, almost to that 30 seconds. 2, 1, and take a break. Woo! All right, let's go back to those hip circles and start first with like a little rock side to side. Yeah, just kind of give a little relief to those stabilizers through the hips there. Yeah, you can add a little shake for the upper body. I like it. Loosen it all up. Good. All right, that finishes up set 1. We're getting ready for some squatting practice in set 2. Let's go ahead and take a seat for a moment. We're going to open up the hips with a couple of stretches, and then we'll be into our next circuit. As you take a seat, come to the edge of your chair so your feet are firmly planted, and think about sitting right up on the sit bone so you can move the flesh if that helps you to not be rocked back onto your pelvis. Good. Draw the chin in. We're going to grab onto the left leg first. Grab it onto the shin, drawing that leg up, crossing the foot over, and into our seated glute stretch. So sit tall, hug it across the body, and get a nice stretch for that lateral part of your hip. Shoulders back and down. And then focus on your breathing when we're stretching. So you want to still go back to that, if you're able to do so, in through the nose and out through the mouth. One more. Good. We're going to keep this leg up here. Try to transition to figure 4. So if you're able, grab onto the ankle and invite the knee to drop down towards the floor. So try to make like the number 4 here with the leg. And you can use the left hand gently on that left knee. Never forcing, still sitting tall. Great time if you want to close the eyes, just give the eyes a break. 2 more cycles of breathing. Nice deep breath in, lengthen through the spine. And breathe out. One more time. But on that next inhale, bring that leg up and in, set it back on the floor. In between sides, we're going to do our little windshield wipers. So walk the feet a little bit wider than normal. I just realized you can't see my feet, but you want to come up onto the balls of your foot just a little bit. So up on the balls of the feet. And now from there, I'll just swivel the feet and hips to one side, swivel the legs to the other side. Get a little bit of movement through the legs and hip, internal and external rotation. Just subtle. Yep. Nice. All right, when you're ready, let's go back to the other side. So glute stretch first on your right side. Readjust your posture as needed. Sit up tall, interlace the hands. And this is a good movement for the upper body as well, where we draw those shoulders back, looking to hook that foot on the opposite side. Great. Now grab the lateral part of the thigh and hugging it across the body. Looking to get a nice stretch in this outer part of the glute. Keep pulling the chin in, shoulders down out of the ears. You can close the eyes again and breathe. We'll go 10 more seconds here and then take it into figure 4. Good. When you're ready, you can grab that right ankle, right hand on the left knee. Allow it to start to drop down. The funny part is when I am in person here with people, sometimes I go into my automatic mode of I've been teaching online now for about 18 months. And so I'm used to, like, when I'm talking about the left, stay in the right and vice versa. But then when I'm in person with people, that doesn't make sense anymore. So it's just like, okay, brain, get squared away. One more breath here and gradually unwind out of that figure 4 position. All right. We're going to do our seated cat-cows, angry cat, happy cat, another way to think about it. And then we'll make our way back up to standing. So hands come to the bottom of the thighs, drawing the belly in, tucking the head down and in like our breathing that we did from standing earlier. Blow the air out. And then as you inhale, we're going to stay tall here. Draw the hands up the thighs to the upper part. Squeeze the shoulders back and just look up far enough to where you see the wall meet the ceiling. We're going to do 4 more times there. Draw the chin in, slide the hands down, lower the head down. And breathe in nice and deep. Gently arch, pull the shoulders back, gently lift the head. Good. 3 more. Breathing out, drawing forward. Lifting up, breathing in. Excellent. Twice more. Draw that chin in. That's going to help lengthen the back of the neck. We tend to hold a lot of tension there, so it's great to give a little stretch to the back of the neck. And then lifting up, opening the chest and shoulders. Fantastic. Final time. Lift and open. And take a moment to rest. All right, nice work. So we're going to come on up. We're going to be working our squats, and then we'll have some bent over rows. We did some bent over rows earlier in the week. If you want a little bit of variety, you can do what we call our elbowing row, where you bring your elbow more out to the side as if I'm standing beside you and you want to try to elbow me. This won't be the position that we're in, but I just wanted to kind of show that position. So I'm come a little bit closer. So option one, our standard row, when we're in that bent over position, we reach forward, draw the elbow straight back. So it can be here to here, or for the elbowing row, what it would look like if I'm seated is I would draw that elbow out wide. Very good. So it'd be forward and wide. And it just changes up what muscles get activated. Typically your elbowing row, if you have heavier weights for that bent over row, usually a little bit lighter for that elbowing row because it uses some smaller muscles. But first, we're going to get ready for some squats. So join me standing. If you are confident in your squat and don't feel like you need to support your upper body, let me get my head back in the screen, then you could just reach your arms straight out. I like to utilize the chair, especially for the basics class, to help give a little bit of support for the upper body, get a little bit deeper in that range of motion. So set those feet just outside the hips. You want to gently toe out to help open the hips, but not so much that it's awkward. So I like to imagine the dial of the clock, find 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock, point your toes towards those numbers. And then when you're ready, keep the chest up, keep your eyes up. So looking straight ahead, Diane, and holding on to keep that chest tall, driving the knees wide, controlling the hips down. Good. Now push straight down into the floor. Eyes up, chest up. Perfect. And that's our movement. Controlling down, sinking down, but staying engaged through the mid body, and then pushing through the floor. Yep. You can use as much or as little of the arms. If you're not using the arms, reach them straight out. Help guide that chest tall. And then as you stand, let them rest down to the sides. Good. We're halfway through. Moving smooth, pushing your knees wide. Excellent. And then keep those knees out as you come back to standing. Good. Want to think about keeping your heels planted, but also pushing your toes into the floor. So sometimes when we focus on keeping our heels planted, we tend to lift up the toes. Good, you can rest there if you want to join me for one final one. Sinking back, knees push out, and strong support as you stand. Beautiful. All right, coming into our bent over row. So you're going to have a dumbbell available. Use the seat of the chair. You can use a tabletop. All right, draw the abdomen in so we don't overarch the spine. Soft bend the knee. Come down to support on your right hand. Go ahead and pick up the weight in your left hand. You're going to reach straight down. Now to do that elbowing row, turn the weight so it's kind of perpendicular to your body. And then you drive your elbow wide. So to show you from straight on, the weight's like this to my body instead of like this. And the elbow goes straight out. Reach forward, drive it wide. Good. And here we go. Breathe in as you reach forward. Exhale, draw it up and in. Good. And if you started earlier while I was doing that demonstration, you can always stop a little bit early. Halfway through, we're working, 40 seconds. So now we're halfway. And anytime if you're doing this elbowing row, and if you start to get a little bit too fatigued there, you could just simply orient the dumbbell back that parallel position and then go back to that regular row. Draw the elbow nice and high. Good. Yep. Chin and neck neutral. Last one. And rest. Good job. In between sides, set down your dumbbell and come back to standing. All right. Make sure you have enough space that you're not going to hit your arms on anything or trip over anything. And we're going to do our side step arm swing. So step out, open the arms, step in, close the arms. Open, and close. Yep, and just kind of find that rhythm. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Think relax the shoulders, down the spine. Ah, good. 10 more seconds. Nice and fluid. Beautiful. 2, 1, and rest. Very good. We're going to go bent over row on the right arm next. So set the feet. Make sure you're nice and neutral through your midsection. The tendency is to arch the back. So you want to rock the hips back, wide handprint. And when you're ready, remember, if you're doing the elbowing row, you're going to rotate the weight so it's perpendicular to your body. And when you're ready, draw the elbow nice and high, reaching forward, drawing it straight up towards the ceiling. And once you understand the movement, look straight forward. As always, those you hear live, if you have questions or you want to clarify anything, you're always welcome to, if you kind of come to the screen, either come off mute, or if you motion at me, I'll see you. Good job. Breathe in to reach, exhale as you row. That's 30 seconds. You can either rest there or finish all the way through that 40. Very good. Great job. I see those elbows coming nice and high above the shoulder. And there's our 40. Set it down. Come on back up. Let's get a drink. We're going to do a stretch for the hips, and then we'll go into cycle 2. We're going to go 2 rounds here today, and then we'll do 3 rounds on our final circuit. So first, we're going to open the hips, right foot forward, left foot back. Going to rock back on that left heel. Midline neutral as always. Left hand to the right shoulder. Grab onto that left tricep. So now we want to keep the chest and elbows high. Hips rock back. Hips rock forward. Squeeze the glute, and then just gently guide yourself around, looking over that right shoulder. Try to flex the hip, flex the glute, that bum of the trail leg. About 3 breaths here. And gradually unwind. Come on down, and same thing other side. Right foot forward, left foot back. Look to rock back onto that heel. Good. And now we'll come into our I Dream of Genie arms. Right hand grabs on. No, left hand grabs onto the right tricep. So hip rock first, back, forward, lift, and now turn, rotating your body, looking over that left shoulder, trying to flex that glute of that right hip. The more you squeeze that bum, the more the front of the hip can open. Breathe in, lifting tall, gently rotating. And after that next breath, unwind and relax. All righty. We're going back to our squats, or if you need a rest, feel free to take it. If anybody wants to do some weights with their squat, you can hold it right up and under your chin. I'm going to demo without. Hold on to the chair, set the feet. Just a gentle toe out, soft bend in those knees, everything neutral through the middle. And then when you're ready, we're just sending the hips back, bending at the hips and knees at the same time, pushing those knees wide, controlling down, and then drive your force straight down, keeping your chest tall. Wonderful. Either holding on to support that upper body. Sometimes you'll get more range of motion through the hips when you hold on. Drive the feet and stand. Good. Sometimes people fear the squat. They worry about it. It's really natural for our body, but sometimes oftentimes we lose that ability. We're halfway through. Good. Sinking down, driving through the legs. Good. Keeping that motion through the hips and knees. Feet firmly planted. Pushing that big toe down as well. And I tend to focus on the big toe because usually the rest will follow. Good. Maybe one more here. Nice and strong. Eyes up, chest up. Great job, crew. And rest. Nice. Let's grab a drink, and then we'll go back to that elbowing or dumbbell row. Alrighty. Stand with the feet pointing straight on. Neutral midline, soft bend the knee. We're coming into that row with your left arm first. Wide handprint through that right hand so you have a good support through the wrist. Pick up the weight. So if you're choosing the elbowing version, remember to rotate so that weight is perpendicular to the body. And then you're going to imagine I'm standing right beside you. Here we go. Reach out, reach forward. Exhale, draw it up. Like I'm standing right beside your head and you're like, Shauna, you're in my personal space. Reach forward. Exhale, drive it wide. Good. Nice. And if you start to feel a little bit more fatigue than you prefer, remember you can just rotate the weight parallel to the body and then draw that elbow a little bit closer. And you're usually going to be stronger in that position. Breathe in to reach. That's our 30-second mark. See if you can hold on for another 10 seconds, couple more reps. And 2, 1, and rest. Great job. We're coming back for our side steps. If you feel like you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can think about those lateral step overs. Relax down, step up and over, a little imaginary hurdle. Open and close. Good. This is balance work as well, right? Anytime you're supporting on one leg, you're balancing. Open and close. And imagine we're stepping up over maybe a small dog. Wonderful. In and out of the bathtub. Yep. Over and back. 10 more seconds. Open and close. Wonderful. Open and close. Last time. Yep, there you go. And rest. Alrighty. It's got to balance out that upper body with that bent over row on your right arm. So as always, we're practicing that hinging position, belly neutral, no overarching, wide handprint. If you're doing the elbowing version, rotate the weight perpendicular to your body. And 2, 1, here we go. Draw that elbow as high as you can to the ceiling, keeping that shoulder down and out of the ears. Breathe in to reach forward. Exhale as you pull it up and in. Good. Keep having some awareness through the low back. Keep drawing that belly button in towards the spine and looking straight forward that support hand. I'm going to try to kind of grip those finger pads down on your table or your countertop, seat of the chair. Good. That's 30 seconds. 10 more. Anytime you need to, rotate that dumbbell parallel to your body and finish with that regular row, not the elbowing. Last one, and rest. Fantastic. Set it on down, come on up. And then let's finish with one more stretch before we come to the chair. If you can grab your foot, we're going to do our quad stretch. So those of you who've been here a lot, I always tell you, be kind to yourself because this is one of our more challenging stretches that we do. And see if you can grab the foot and pulling the heel towards your glute. There you go. Watch that the hip doesn't kick out. So draw your abdomen up and in, just like when we're doing our balance work, and keep a soft bend in that support leg. Good. And when you're ready, go ahead and release that foot. And we're going to go same thing, opposite side. Balance as needed. Draw everything up and in, grabbing onto that foot. If you do have the ability to do this, this is one that I recommend daily. I have clients that have a little Post-it note on their bathroom mirror that says quad stretch. It's a reminder that before they brush their teeth, preferably not while you're brushing your teeth, that could be ugly, to stretch your quads, stay loose, do a couple squats. Kind of work it into your routines. We really need to move and stretch our body. Good. Release that side and shake it out. Beautiful. Meet me in the chair. All right. We're going to do our leg extensions next. So seated on the edge of the chair, make sure you're in a good position. Draw the belly in. For this, we're going to go 40 seconds starting on your left leg. So you're going to sit up nice and tall. Lift the knee, lift the foot and toes, and then when you're ready, we're going to extend the knee and bend the knee. Good. Extend and bend. We're firing this quad here. It's like an isolation movement. Good. Anytime you need a break, just set the foot down and rest. We've normally done this for 30 seconds in previous sessions, so we're starting to lengthen out those intervals just a little bit. We're over 30 seconds in, 1 or 2 more. Extend the knee, bend the knee, and, oh, sorry, that was 30 seconds for real. Sorry, forgot where I started for a moment. And there's the 40. All right, once you set that down, give a little love, pat the muscle, up and down the thigh. All right, and get ready for that opposite side. So still sitting up tall, draw the abdomen in. Sometimes we tend to start to arch on this exercise. So keep pulling it in, lift the knee of your right leg, and here we go. Extend and bend. This is a great movement to do if you're having some stiffness in the knees. Just kind of, you know, your joints, just like the joints of a door hinge or anything in life, right? Gets a little squeaky. You could think about that Tin Man in the Wizard of Oz when he would put a little oil on his joints and keep it moving. Our lubrication is water and good food that doesn't leave our body inflamed. That's 30 seconds. If you need to take a break there, otherwise, a couple more. It's burning. 2, 1, and rest. Whew. All right, loosen up that muscle. Think positive thoughts about your leg as you're patting it. Diane's getting the glutes as well. I like it. All right, beautiful. From here, we're going to come on up. Either you're going to do an elevated plank or the option of the mountain climber. So probably whatever surface you use for that bent over row will work well. You're going to place your hands nice and wide, one under each shoulder. Walk the feet back. Shift your weight into your upper body, midline nice and neutral. You can hold here nice and steady, just breathing, or you can work on that mountain climber where you want to focus to keep the hips as level as possible and you're drawing your knee up toward your chest. Exhale as you draw the knee up, inhale as you lower. Good. And turn your gaze. Once you see what we're doing, look right between the hands and watch the head doesn't start to drop forward. So draw that chin in. Wonderful. I'll admit that I didn't quite catch when we started. Let's go a couple more on each side. And 2, 1, and take a pause. Beautiful. Walk it up. Grab a drink of water and meet me back in the chair. I know I did say we were going to do 3, but with a little bit longer intervals this time, I want to make sure we have plenty of time for a cool down stretch. So we're going to keep it to 2 rounds. All right, back to your leg extensions. And if anybody wanted more of a challenge, if you go to a gym, you have those leg extensions machines where you can do workouts. If you had some really light ankle weights or a resistance band, you can either put like a 2-pound ankle weight on your foot and have a little bit of a weight there, or you can wrap a band around the thing and tie it to the ankle. I've had trouble with that where it just ends up sliding up the shin, but there is ways to make it more challenging. I kind of find my body weight pretty challenging right now, which feels silly because I do lift heavy weights, but you're surprised sometimes. All right, we're going to get ready to knock out this last round on your left leg. Pull the shoulders back, sitting tall. And here we go. Lift the foot and toes and simply extend, drawing the toes back. Good. Just smooth breathing, whatever feels best for you. Just don't hold your breath. Good. There's 20 seconds. Continue to draw the belly in, pull the head towards the ceiling, sit tall. That's our 30 seconds. You can rest there or continue on if you'd like. Up and down, maybe one more. And there's our 40. Woo, good job. Instead of patting the leg this time, you can just kind of grip onto the muscle and just a gentle massage coming down and working your way back up. Very good. And then if you want, you can kind of use your fingertips, dig into the lateral part of the hip a little bit. Sometimes you'll find some sore spots in there. Good. And let's get ready for that opposite side. Sitting tall, draw the shoulders back. 2, 1, here we go. Lifting up, extend, and bend. Out and in. Good. Belly pulls in. I can feel myself wanting to drop in that low back arch position. Job. There's 30 seconds. Woo. Don't let your body start to cramp or spasm. Maybe one more and rest. Good. You can start up high on the hip here. Kind of loosen it up and then just work your way down. Touch is really powerful. So yes, it's great if you can go to a body worker, massage therapist, chiropractor. There's lots of different options, or work on yourself. I do a lot of work on myself. I haven't been to see anybody else in well over a year, but I pay attention to my body and do a lot of self-care. So if there's ever an area that you don't really know what to do, you're always open to ideas to help you help yourself. All right, when you're ready, we're gonna do one more set of either that elevated plank or the mountain climber. So make your way on up. Alrighty, nice wide handprint coming into that upper body support. Make sure the hips don't drop forward, so draw the belly in. I'd rather see you in a piked position than in an arched position, but our ideal here is a nice neutral position, like our body's a board. All right, when you're ready, if you want to choose the mountain climber, you're going to gently exhale as you draw the knee and the foot up. Inhale as you lower down. Or you're just holding that plank and breathing fluid. I tend to be up on the balls of my feet a little bit, but it's totally appropriate if you want to sink back into the heels. I feel a little stretch in my calf as I do that. Good. Make sure your arms stay strong, nice and straight through those elbows, strong push to the upper body, and wide handprint to kind of support through the wrist. Good. We're well over 30 seconds in. We have a couple more. Good job. And rest. Walking on up. Standing nice and tall. Great job. All right, just kind of shake out the arms for a second. I'm going to take you to the wall. I'm actually going to move my computer, come a little bit closer, and we're going to stretch our upper body a bit from standing. See how this works out. All right. So you're going to bring that elbow up to about 90 degrees. Place it against the wall. If you have a doorway, that's pretty ideal. Now we're going to start with the inside leg stepping forward. Elbow stays up right about the level of the shoulder. Draw the chin in, draw the abdomen in, and I'll just gently lean into it. So I have my hand against my door here, the wall. Lean into it. I want to feel a stretch in the chest on that side. And now I'm going to rotate away, looking over this opposite shoulder. So make sure you don't overarch the back. So keep engagement through the spine. Now, if you want to give some movement for this outer shoulder, you can just do some gentle arm circles. Rotate it up and back. See what range of motion is comfortable for you. Good. If you are choosing the circles, we'll go 2 to 3 forwards as well. And rest. Great job. Coming off in between sides. I'm going to show you off the chair so I don't turn my backside towards you. But you can place your hands on the wall or the back of the chair, walk the feet back, and then lower the chest down, drawing the chin in, drawing the belly button in towards the spine, and just get a nice opening for the mid-back and also the back side of the body. Breathe in. You can kind of come out of the stretch a little bit as you breathe in, and then exhale, lowering on down. Again, we're doing this overhead stretch, and then we'll do that other arm. Nice deep breath in, gently exhale out. One more time. And make your way out of that. Very good. Now we'll do the opposite arm, pec stretch. So I bring that elbow up, place the hand there, step into it, lean into it, and now pivot away. Good. Sometimes this hip will kick out too, so keep those hips square, peering over that arm. Good. smile. You put in your movement for the day, just a few finishing stretches here. If you want to circle that outside arm 2 to 3 times backwards, it could be little circles here or big circles, whatever feels most comfortable for your shoulder. And then a couple forward circles. That shoulder is a ball and socket joint, so we want to keep that glide and slide going. Wonderful. And come on off. All right, very good. Take you back to the starting position here. And let's go ahead and finish in the chair. All right. So sitting up nice and tall in the chair, draw the abdomen in, hands on the thighs, and just nice and slow, chin to the chest. And we're going to come into a forward fold here. Sliding the hands down, reaching for the ankles. I apologize, I'm slightly distracted by what my dog's chewing on. Moose. False alarm, it's his bone. All right, when you're ready, make your way up out of that. And we're gonna do our mid-back rotations next. One hand behind the head, sitting tall, draw the chin in, gently bring that elbow towards the opposite thigh. So if you're coming over to your right thigh, you're gonna gently use the right hand on the inside of the knee and just give a gentle overpressure here, looking over that left shoulder. Breathe in as you close it down and in, coming across. And sit tall and then gently exhale. As you go into that rotation, if you send the air out of the lungs, it will give your body a little bit more space to rotate through the rib cage. 3 more times. Close it down, sitting tall and gently breathing out. Twice more. Breathing in, bowing forward and sitting tall. Draw that elbow back as well. Just imagine how far can I pull that elbow back? You'll feel that opening through the chest. And I think this is our last one. Closing it down, sitting tall, draw that elbow back and release. Great job. Same time, same thing, other side, and then we'll loosen up through our neck. Pull that elbow back, draw the belly in, reaching across. Good. Now the right hand can give a little overpressure on the inside of the right knee. Good. Try to pause in that open position as you look past your elbow as far as you can. Good. Two more. And last time. And rest. Great job. All right, to loosen up the head and neck. Sit up nice and tall, shoulders back. We'll draw the chin in, gently looking down. Very good. Pull the chin in, bring the head back up, looking forward, and then gently tilt the head back, looking up. Draw the chin in, looking straight forward. We'll do that once more. If you want to give a little overpressure, you can go fingertips on top of the head. Very gently. And then as we go to look up, we can cross the hands underneath the collarbones, give a little tissue pull down, and then gently look up from there. Very good. Next, we're going to work on a little rotation. Come a little closer for this. So sit tall. You're going to turn your head, look over one shoulder. Turn your eyes as well, looking as far in that direction as you can. And we'll come back to neutral. Same thing other way. Chin in, turn the head, turn the eyes. How far can you look over that shoulder? Holding for just a couple of breaths. I don't like to do any long holds with the neck. Back to center. And now if you'd like to give a little overpressure as we look back to that first side, you can use 2 fingers, not on your jaw, up on your cheekbone. So the cheekbone, Grandma would always say, put a little rouge on your cheeks before you go to town. So up on that cheekbone, looking over that shoulder. And release. Same thing other side. Turn the head, option to give a gentle overpressure. I know I say it over time all the time, but I can never emphasize, don't force your stretches. Good, very good. And sitting up nice and tall, we'll just tilt the head side to side. No overpressure on this one today, just up and down. Think about if you had a stick coming straight out from your nose and we want to keep that stick at the same spot and then just pivot the head. Think about lifting the ear towards the ceiling, draw the chin in as you come back to neutral, and then bring the head the other way. Good. Yep. Try to keep your eyes straight forward as you tilt the head, Shirley. Eyes up, looking straight on. Good. Chin in. And from here, I think we started on that side. Maybe not. No, I think we started the other side. Let's try to balance it out. All righty. And then some neck circles. Got Moose here. Hey, Moose. Can I circle your head around, buddy? Oh, yeah. And switch directions. He knows it's time for his midday walk coming up soon. Tilt the head back, rotate through. All right. Once you've evened out both sides, we'll do our final 3 breaths to finish. So ready? We're going to breathe in, elevate those shoulders up, in through the nose, elevate up, and then pull them back and down. Exhale. Good. Try not to drop the head though, Diane. Stay up. Breathe in, lift. And exhale, lower. This is where we want those shoulders to live, back and down. Keep that neck nice and long. Last time, breathe in love and confidence. And exhale all that worry, stress, concern. Very good. All right. Thank you so much. Always great to see your faces. Stay healthy, stay hydrated. We'll see you soon.